Question always comes up when meeting with a potential client for the first time: which type of bankruptcy filing would be best for that client? Usually you will hear the word chapter in reference to the type, and that refers to the United States Bankruptcy Code chapter that governs the particular type of filing. So the rules for each of these types of filings are found in the respective chapters. Really, the only way for your attorney to determine which chapter to file is to have a full understanding of your financial status. So, as I have said before, full disclosure of your finances is extremely important at the outset with any attorney that you are considering using for bankruptcy. There are 6 chapters of the United States Bankruptcy Code which identify and govern the types of bankruptcies that individuals, businesses, and municipalities can file. Typically, an individual or married couple will file under Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 of the Bankruptcy Code. Under certain circumstances, individuals may file a Chapter 11, Chapter 12, or Chapter 15 bankruptcy, but those are unusual. Chapter 9 of the Bankruptcy Code is for municipalities or government entities, so individuals would not file under that chapter. The filings for individuals would then either be Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 in most cases. A Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing, those make up about 70% of bankruptcy cases filed by individuals. In these filings, debts are discharged and the debtor is relieved from the obligation to repay them. If you have sufficient assets, some of your assets may be sold by the bankruptcy trustee, and the proceeds of the sale would go to pay the trustee the administrative fees, and if any funds remain, to repay your creditors as much as possible. You are allowed to keep certain assets, but property exemptions vary from state to state, and in some cases you may choose to follow either state law or federal law, which may allow you to keep more possessions. Under federal law, you're typically entitled to $16,500 in equity in your home and $2,575 in equity in your car, as well as certain less valuable items like household items and tools required for your work or your trade. If you file jointly as a married couple, each spouse is able to claim their exemption, so the exempt amounts would be double that if you were filing individually. You also retain your right to receive pension, Social Security, unemployment, veterans benefits, and welfare. Chapter 13 bankruptcies make up for about 30% of the non-business bankruptcy filings. A 13 bankruptcy is sometimes also referred to as debtor's court, and it involves repaying some of your debts or a portion of your debts and having the rest of the balance of the debt forgiven. This is an option for people who do not want to give up their property or who do not qualify for Chapter 7 because their income is too high. People can file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy if their debts do not exceed a certain percentage of their income or the median income in their locality. The specific amounts of median income are reevaluated periodically, so it's wise to check for the most up-to-date figures. Under Chapter 13, your attorney would design a 3 to 5 year repayment plan for your creditors. Once you have successfully completed the plan, the remaining debts or balances are forgiven. The payments are made to your trustee, appointed by the court, and they in turn make the payments to your creditors based on the type of the loan and the priority of the creditor. Unfortunately, many debtors are unable or unwilling to complete the entire plan for their period of time, and when this happens, debtors may then choose to convert their bankruptcy to a Chapter 7 bankruptcy if they qualify. If the debtor is unable to convert the plan from a 13 to a 7, creditors then resume their attempts to collect the full balance owed on the debt, and there is no discharge of the debts. As you can see, it is important for your attorney to have full knowledge of your financial situation in order to make the proper recommendation as to which chapter you should file.